Hi everyone and welcome to the Neighbors for Neighbors Summer Special 2025. I'm doing the heavy lifting here. Very happy that it's heavy because it is filled with shoes. This is for our back to school drive. We will be collecting shoes throughout our special and bringing them to the processing plant to show you everything that is entailed with our amazing drive. We're also highlighting all of the other amazing services done throughout the year with Neighbors for Neighbors and all of our partners. As a matter of fact, let's check in with the Children's Services Council of Broward County. For more than 10 years, Neighbors for Neighbors has partnered with the Children's Services Council of Broward to distribute backpacks, shoes, and supplies to thousands of students across the country. Starting the school year prepared is critical to a child's success and boosts their self-esteem too.
So in our Youth and Family Division, which is hosting this event, what we do is we serve the community. It's very important because the kids are our future. So we actually give kids a hand to see who they are and show them what's already in them. We just help cultivate it. Upstairs is our STEM room, because STEM is predicted to be the next big thing for our kids. And then we're feeding them, and then at the end we have a backpack drive. And we have a closet downstairs where parents can go and pick out clothes all the way from infant age, and there's bags, there's shoes, all free. You just pick out your clothes, and there you have it.
New this year, supplies were given directly to summer programs like at the YMCA, where our friends at UKG showed up to pack up over 1,000 backpacks. Those will be given directly to families right before the school year starts, making it easier for students to be ready and successful.
Hi, I'm Heather Geronimus, Senior Director of Social Impact at UKG. We are excited to be here at the YMCA today to partner with the Y, with the Children's Services Council, and of course you crewers to come together to pack over 1,400 backpacks for students going back to school this year. We're always thrilled to get together with the YMCA to make a difference in the lives of children in our community.
We're here at CBS Miami collecting our shoes. Check these out. Pretty nice and brand new looking. Great job, CBS Miami. You know, our efforts don't just focus on children, also focuses on families as well. As a matter of fact, the Children's Services Council of Broward County had an amazing family fun fair. Check it out.
This Broward Aware Family Fun and Resource Fair is the culmination of 4 months of activities to make sure that our families understand how many resources there are in this community to support them and their children. We work with the nonprofits to build their capacity to deliver the best services possible to the people of Broward, and then we fund them to do those services. We fund it for you so that you can get what you need to raise healthy children.
Denim Day is a day where we as a community create awareness and reduce stigmatization among survivors of sexual abuse. The young people were extremely moved by what they learned during the activities for Denim Day, and that is what inspired them to create the awareness pieces.
You will be able to find all of these resources through the CSC website. And of course, I cannot miss pointing out that Neighbors for Neighbors has been our great partner throughout all of the years of Broward Aware. We always know that we can turn to Neighbors for Neighbors as a trusted and wonderful partner.
Another way Neighbors has supported South Florida families this year is through our hurricane preparedness drives. In partnership with Global Empowerment Mission and FarmShare, we've put our collective efforts into making sure every family is ready in advance of a storm. Even the team from CBS Miami was on hand to help out with supplies.
We are actually out here today to prepare our city residents, businesses, and stakeholders on making sure that they're prepared for the hurricane season by giving them the basic necessities. We feel strongly that this type of activity, this type of event is very central to our mission, and it's at the core of what the measures we've taken to get our folks well prepared.
Just like anything else, everybody needs to be prepared, and sometimes people aren't prepared until that last moment. We're seeing more and more hurricanes hitting Florida. Last year we had, back to back. Be prepared. You never know when that storm's going to hit you.
What we're doing today is handing out boxes. In those boxes, there's anything you need to get ready for the storm. There's food, there's water, there's hygiene products and flashlights and anything else that you may need to get ready before the storm. Particularly this year, we're expecting a busier hurricane season than usual. So we're just giving people a leg up so that they're ready and prepared.
Neighbors for Neighbors, in collaboration with our nonprofit partners, are joining forces to get you prepared for hurricane season. Being prepared is the best way to protect you and your loved ones. And we finally made it getting these shoes where they need to go to in Jacobs shoes. You know, shoes are one of the most important things kids can receive before going back to school. They are expensive. It's hard for parents to keep up, especially because kids' feet grow so fast. So this is an incredible nonprofit. Come inside and let's check it out together. And here we are with Harleen and Murray Zweig, who started this amazing nonprofit and run it today. Look at all the different kinds of shoes you can donate. Tell us where we are. What is this?
This is in Jacobs Shoes Warehouse. This is where all the magic happens. This is where we clean and restore and pack all the shoes to be delivered to children in need. 17 years ago, we lost our 17-year-old son, Jacob. And Murray and I and friends and family, we formed In Jacobs Shoes to honor Jacob. We have donated over 275,000 pairs of shoes in the past 16 years. And in addition to that, we've done 120,000 pairs of socks and thousands of backpacks and school supplies and also athletic gear.
How does it make you feel, Murray?
Very wonderful.
Yeah? Well, we thank you for your hard work, your hard service for 16 years. Neighbors for Neighbors, so happy to be able to partner with you all. So that's what Neighbors for Neighbors does. We connect those in need with those who can help. And we were able to work with some of our partners to put the distribution boxes out, collect the shoes at various locations and bring them in and be a part of your outstanding nonprofit. Thank you for allowing us to do that.
Thank you for doing this for us. We're so grateful.
Thank you. Collaboration is key to our success. So we want to thank our shoe drive partners, T-Mobile, City National Bank, Junk.com, and All My Sons Moving and Storage. They were so invaluable in helping us collect all of these shoes that we delivered to In Jacobs Shoes. Then they make sure the shoes end up on the feet of deserving families and kids in Miami-Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach counties. That's not the only place families could get shoes. CSC hosted new shoe giveaways at several locations, like the one at Bear Middle School. Over 2,000 pairs of shoes were on hand for families that need them most.
Anytime we can provide parents an opportunity to really offset some of the costs that they're already going to incur every day is really exciting, because it really is a help for the families. Anytime that we can help the whole family, we help the child. So it really is an exciting event to bring here to Bear Middle School.
This is my one and only child. I have learned that they go through shoes quickly. I think last school year, I easily went through 4 pairs of shoes, and these weren't Walmart shoes. These were Nike's, Converse's that I went through. So I'm thankful that he has this. That way I can add it to the collection of the shoes that he's gonna go through.
We felt as though making smaller events that were very specific to items, neighborhoods, and zip codes was much more palatable to the community than our larger events where we had tons of people standing in line. One of the things that we know is when students start prepared to school, the experience of the first day is so much better. They have a positive start. It can only end on a positive note.
In Jacob Shoes also collects back-to-school supplies, and so do our friends at Amigos for Kids. We partnered with them for the 2nd year in a row for back-to-school backpacks with school supplies like this, and if you went to the event, you even got a free haircut.
We are just so thrilled to be able to do this every year for our community. When you have multiple children going back to school, the expenses can add up. So we're just happy that we can do this for our families. We've seen some of our government funding go down. So it's been a challenging year, but fortunately we have so many that have stepped up. Amazon, our very own Commissioner of District 5, Commissioner Higgins, has helped us, and so many others, so that kids can go back to school with the tools they need to succeed.
Many families in our community, they can't afford a new backpack, they can't afford all the pencils and notebooks and books and everything. Many of the neighborhoods I represent, for example, Little Havana, mom and dad are working 2 jobs, they're very low wage jobs. Schools are getting out at 2:30 and 3, mom and dad aren't home. Amigos for Kids is an organization that just looks at our most vulnerable littlest ones and knows our community's not going to succeed if these children don't succeed.
We are grateful for our corporate partners like Cemex, who held an amazing event at their rock quarry in West Miami, a very unique location for runners to enjoy a 5K, running around some massive machinery, taking in the sights, and enjoying the tunes of the Star Spangled Banner, sung by our very own CEO, Katie Marr.
Know how important it is to be not only present in the community, but by giving back. So, whether it's volunteering or supplying a check for those the needs. We live, play, we operate right here, and these families go home just like you do every day. And I think they just have a cooler job than most people. The house that you live in, the roads that you drive on, the schools that we learn in, the hospitals that take care of us. It's a lot to do with what we provide. And because it's right in the backyard, it's more affordable because it's right here. You're not paying those transportation costs to ship things in. So we take such pride in the business that we have here. When we say we're involved in the community, we're involved, and we hope to always be so.
all about entertainment. One of our closest corporate collaborators hosted the first annual Sing It Forward event, a night of karaoke to benefit Neighbors for Neighbors. It was a great evening of music and everyone had their shot at the spotlight, even our very own CEO Katie Marr, who took the stage with board member Russell Lazanga.
We're here today at the Sing It Forward event, benefiting Neighbors for Neighbors. All About Entertainment put this together with the help of our interns. They worked really hard putting together a wonderful karaoke event. Neighbors for Neighbors is like no other organization in all of South Florida. They just help so many people and we're just so honored to be able to give all the proceeds to Neighbors for Neighbors today.
Welcome back to the 2025 Neighbors for Neighbors Summer Special. You know, we've talked a lot about going back to school, hurricane preparedness, and something we really put our attention on are those who are experiencing homelessness. That's why we partnered with YMCA, Morning Day Community Solutions, and the Task Force for Ending Homelessness to put together very special hygiene bags for those experiencing homelessness. Every year when the Task Force for Ending Homelessness performs their point-in-time count, Neighbors for Neighbors is there to volunteer. This year they were able to give out these special packs filled with a heartfelt, handwritten message of hope from volunteers at UKG.
One of the most critical aspects about doing the point-in-time count is not so much the numbers that we're collecting, but the relationships that we're building. And one of the key pieces to building those relationships with our unhoused neighbors is offering them support and resources that are meaningful to them. And for that, we're so thankful to the YMCA of South Florida, Morning Day Community Solutions, and of course, Neighbors for Neighbors for bringing together partners to ensure that over 1,000 fully packed hygiene and healthcare kits were prepared and are now being distributed to our unhoused neighbors across the county, and we couldn't have done it without the support of our partners during the MLK Day of Service at YMCA South Florida.
And we're excited to say the task force has housed 90 families so far this year, and we got to meet a few of them and see their homes. Here's one that was particularly special.
They are great. I encourage anyone and everyone that is in need to contact Task Force. They don't stop. They'll tell you, I don't have but. It's always a but, I'm gonna get it done, but I'll figure it out. They don't stop, and that is what I commend more than anything. All of them really went the extent. Jasmine and Erica, yes, the most important to me. And even now, Jasmine still keeps in touch and she still checks on us. She still makes sure that we're okay. Being a single parent is very hard, and being a single parent that feels like you're about to fail them, that's harder. So she gave me something that I didn't think at that time I was gonna be able to give myself back. She gave me a chance to give them light again.
We love when our partners are recognized for their hard work, and thank you so much for honoring us when we are recognized as well. A big salute and thank you to our CEO, Katie Marr, who scooped up a whole bunch of awards this year and lived our motto, helping feels good.
This is such an honor. Thank you so much. And this is not work I do alone. The team at Neighbors for Neighbors and our entire community is what makes Neighbors for Neighbors so strong.
Okay, I'm learning from the very best here. We got to get the shoes in tip-top shape before they are donated to those deserving kids who need them. And we can't do any of this without our partners at CBS Miami, CW33, the Miami Herald, our amazing IT partners at Land Infotech, and our CPAs at Berkowitz Pollock Brandt. Why do we do it, guys? Because helping feels good. So get in on the action, neighborsforneighbors.org/donate. Thanks for paying attention, and thanks for all of your participation. We will see you next time.